Yo, what's up? That's crazy. I'm sitting here and just looking at that stuff about that shooting. Stephen Paddock, right? Prayers for the people of Vegas, their families and all that. It's a very terrible, terrible thing, you know what I'm saying? My thing, and my opinion might don't count, but what I'm saying is Stephen Paddock, that 64-year-old white man, 90% chance he's Christian, he's a fucking terrorist. He's a terrorist. They first thing they get on there, this is what they do. May Allah have mercy and protect those people from Vegas and the families that was affected. You know what I mean? First and foremost. But everything I'm reading and all that already, they saying, he has no known terrorist connections. Why do we base terrorism on a person's origin or religion? He's a fucking terrorist. I wouldn't care if he was purple. He's a white man, 64 years old. Like I said, they won't tell you what he is yet, but he got a 90-something% chance he's a Christian. He's a terrorist, yo. What he did is act of terrorism. Look it up. Look what terrorists, act of terrorism, all that. Look that shit up. Most of these people, most of America is terrorists. Like, the things America do as a country. Fuck that person, that man. But I don't like that, you know what I'm saying? And not because I'm Muslim or nothing like that, but just period, like what they try to do and how they try to manipulate the thinking of the people. They saying this man has no terrorist connections, no known terrorist connection. He's a terrorist. You shoot 200 people and kill 50 people, you a terrorist. If I went out today and shot 4 people and said Allahu Akbar, they gonna call me a terrorist. They gonna say I'm with Al Qaeda. They gonna say I didn't talk to people overseas. I've been prone to these actions due to violent upbringing, and I have assaults on my jackets and Come on, man. So it don't have nothing to do with no person's origin, their background, what religion they follow, none of that. Stephen Paddock is a goddamn terrorist. He's a terrorist. Pray for Vegas, all that. This ain't about that, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't even about saying like, oh, he's a terrorist. But it's just like, yo, come on, people. Like, don't let media control your natural thought, your natural thinking process. Like, oh, he ain't a terrorist. That's not an act of terrorism because he has no known connections to Muslims. He's a fucking terrorist, man. He shot 200 people, killed 50 people, and it may be more. He did it for no reason, no nothing. That's a terrorist. He's a terrorist. That's an act of terrorism. You know what I'm saying? Pray for Vegas. It's a terrible thing that happened. I want to say, and I want to see, and I don't care if people don't like it or this ain't a good time. Pray for Camden. Pray for Philly. Pray for Chicago. Pray for Detroit. Pray for L.A. Pray for St. Louis. Pray for Alabama. Pray for Atlanta. Pray for the places where young black kids of ours is dying every fucking day, getting shot every day, being killed by their own kind and police every day. Let's pray for them. Pray for Camden. You know what I'm saying? Pray for Vegas. It's not nothing like that happened to them people. It's terrible. It's horrific. Stephen Paddock is a terrorist. Pray for the places that we see people like us every day slaughtered by either our own kind or by police. Pray for them. I ain't never seen them, you know what I'm saying? I don't see that. I don't see it. And it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Keep up to pray for Vegas. Keep up to pray for Puerto Rico. But we can learn something from our good Latino brothers and sisters. You see how they united for their people? Everywhere you look, people supporting Puerto Rico, whether they Puerto Rican or not. We living in a state of emergency in Camden, New Jersey. Let's link up like that right here, right now, like I said at the award ceremony. We bullshitting, people. We playing games. I don't even really want to talk to people. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care whatever. Think what you want. If it don't apply, let it fly. But if the shoe fit, wear it. We in a community that's 8 to 10 square miles, and we got all these people getting awards and all these people doing amazing things, and you don't see the effect of it in our community. You know what I'm saying? But we can learn something if we take a page from my Latino brothers and sisters that's supporting this, terrible, natural disaster, whatever. Don't please, whatever you want to call it, whatever happened over there in Puerto Rico. We can learn something from our Latino brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Their connectivity, their unity, how they come together, how we as African Americans and Caucasians and everything is supporting that beautiful thing. Let's do that with shit that's going on right here that we can see, hear, touch, smell, and taste right in our cities. You know what I'm saying? Why something got to be 100,000 miles away and hundreds of miles and thousands of miles away for it to touch us or like make it look like, oh, that's so serious. Shit's serious right here. You know what I'm saying? Over 200 motherfuckers killed, shot in the hood all the time. Not every day, but come on, man. No disrespect to Vegas again. Stephen Paddock is a terrorist, man. That shit he did is terrible. He's not a terrorist because he's Arab or whatever, or he studies Islam. And he's not a terrorist because he's white. He's not a terrorist because he's Christian. He's not a terrorist if he's fucking a new neo-Nazi or whatever. He's a terrorist from the action that he did. That's what makes someone a terrorist. Assalamu alaikum and love and all that, man, to my Muslim brothers and their families for when they was playing with fucking paintball guns. They got life in jail and was tagged as terrorists because they was from somewhere else and because they was Muslim. You know what I'm saying? My brothers got life behind that. Talking about they was going to attack Fort Dix because they was playing with paintball guns. Terrible. Lovelifa. Jill and they go.